Hello and welcome to Dedicated to Wrestling. Some more big, huge news coming out of the WWE right now after that Finn Balor update I gave you earlier. And this is coming from Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer, who now says, or he can now confirm, the likely card that we are going to get at WrestleMania, barring any last minute rehashes, which aren't likely at this stage. Now this is big, obviously, for the whole match card, minus a few people. The Wrestling Observer newsletter first reports that neither Kevin Owens or AJ Styles are expected to be their respective brand champions heading into this year's WrestleMania event, which I think is the wrong decision on both of them, but we'll leave that for another time. These are the matches that are most likely to take place on the card. First of all, we have Bill Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar, which I think was completely expected. We've all seen that coming. Next up, we have The Undertaker versus Roman Reigns, which I don't think is a good idea unless Roman goes full on heel leading into WrestleMania, but I just think Undertaker and John Cena was the right way to go, but I mean, this could be interesting if Roman plays the heel character, but I'm not getting my hopes up for that. Next, we have Triple H versus Seth Rollins, which I think everybody and their mother saw coming from months and months ago. They've delayed it just so they could have it at WrestleMania. Expect to see some major developments at the Royal Rumble this Sunday in this feud, likely with Triple H appearing for the first time in a long time. Next, we have Chris Jericho versus Kevin Owens, which is expected to be for the United States Championship, because Kevin Owens is expected to lose his Universal title either at the Royal Rumble or Fastlane. And once again, I think a lot of people have been expecting Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens to finally come to blows at some stage, even though they're so good together. And you can probably expect Kevin Owens to go on to win the United States title at WrestleMania, as Chris Jericho will be leaving very shortly after WrestleMania to go on his summer tour with Fozzy. Next up, we have Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton. Now, an interesting thing I want to note about this is in the last 24 hours, there's been some indications that Randy Orton would win the Royal Rumble, and then Bray Wyatt will go on to win the Elimination Chamber match, which is scheduled to be for the WWE Championship at Fastlane. Oh no, sorry, at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. Now, this is interesting because neither AJ Styles or John Cena are in this scenario. If Bray Wyatt was to win the Elimination Chamber and take the title from either Cena or Styles, probably Cena more than likely. I don't know where that leaves Cena for WrestleMania. I really don't know where that leaves him. But yes, there are rumours going around that Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton could be for the WWE Championship, as officials want Bray Wyatt to have a title run in 2017. Next up, possibly the most anticipated match, not. We have Big Show versus Big Shaq, which, I mean, it's WrestleMania. You can have a match like this in WrestleMania just for kind of the fun of it, I guess. But yeah, it's a bit of an odd one, but we'll see how it goes. I expect Shaquille O'Neal to win that, to be honest, as celebrity appearances usually go. Last up for the confirmed match is for the women's title on Raw, which will see Charlotte versus Bayley versus Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I think they should have gone with just Charlotte versus Bayley, but obviously Sasha Banks is probably too big to leave off the women's title card in WrestleMania, so this should be quite a fun match, I have to say, like last year's triple threat was between three of the four horsewomen. Now, you may notice some exemptions from this list. AJ Styles and John Cena aren't here. Apparently they're not expected to face each other at WrestleMania in perhaps a rematch for the title. Right now, there's a strong belief that AJ Styles will be facing Shane McMahon. I won't go into this video how much I disagree with that decision and how much AJ Styles deserves better at WrestleMania, but you know, if that is to be the case, if AJ Styles is to face Shane McMahon at WrestleMania, I'm confused about who John Cena is going to face. Obviously, we have Dean Ambrose, who's the Intercontinental Champion. You'd expect him to defend his title in perhaps that multi-man ladder match. So John Cena is incredibly up in the air on where they're going with him. But apparently, John Cena's direction for WrestleMania will be much more clearer after the Royal Rumble this Sunday. So there you have it, guys. In case you wanted to go over the matches again, I will leave all the matches that, unless a last minute change takes place, will be happening at WrestleMania 33 in April. So I'll leave those in the description. Let me know what you think of these matches. Do you think this is shaping up to be a good card, or is there many changes you would like to be made here? As always, thank you for watching. This has been Dedicated to Wrestling. Until next time.